Okay, hi guys. This is my first live YouTube live, doing for the very first time, and I wanted to for a very long time, but didn't do it. Was keeping procrastinating about this. Like, we'll do it today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and today was finally a day. Let me go live and let this out. I don't know how many people will come to this chat, talk to me, but I'm just trying this out, getting better at this game. So I want to discuss a couple of, and I want to do this live very frequently now, so that I get good at this game. So the very first thing I want to discuss is the content, right? So as of now, right, I'm discovering one thing is that content can take me to places where I have never imagined. It can open doors where I didn't even think of I can go there. And there are a lot of people on the internet who have talked about this entire idea of making content. Now, again, content is a two-edged sword. You get to decide how you want to make content. Do you want to make a very educational, intellectual, or a very what do you say, or informative kind of video style, or are you want to stick to some other form of video, maybe making some tutorials, making some dance videos, whatever it is, right? So at the end of the day, YouTube had just made it easier for everyone to show their skills, to go live, to make an entire channel, to make an entire audience, right? So I really don't know where this channel will go, how this will entire turn out to be. I have zero clue. I'm doing for the first time. I'm the first one in the bloodline maybe to make go. I mean, do things on YouTube, right? And I'd never known anybody in my bloodline who is into YouTube. Maybe if they are, I maybe not be aware of. So that's the whole point of me going here, making content, make intellectual content, make good content, make the world educated. So I want to stay by this one policy or maybe one mission that I want to stick to myself is that make the world a better place. That's the only motto and that's the only agenda. There's a music by Michael Jackson and the whole album. I mean, the title of the music says "Make the world a better place," and I really live by that music. I mean, that has a lot to you know affect me. So I have to stick to that and make the world a better place. And maybe content is one starting point where I can start off and try to make the world a better place in smallest of degree is what I believe is the best I can do. Right now, before this live, I posted a video that is a maths lecture, or that's maths lecture 2. So a while back I watched Terence Tau's video. That was He was a guest on Lex Friedman's podcast, and I watched that. So once I watched that video, I made a bunch of notes. So usually when I watch Lex Friedman's podcast, maybe Joe Rogan's podcast, or maybe Chris Williamson, or maybe Shane Perry's podcast, all these people and them other people as well. When I listen to this podcast and they have some intellect and teacher like hosts or guests on their platform, I make sure I have pen and paper with them. One of the latest podcasts what I remember listening from Lex Friedman was when a dinosaur expert came. Basically, he was talking about T Rex, all the dinosaurs, and I think he was an archaeologist or maybe I don't know. I don't know what the profession is, but he was something into the dinosaurs background, and he had a lot of knowledge about dinosaurs. So that is also I made a bunch of video. I mean, bunch of notes on that as well. I want to make a video on that as well. And the whole content game, right, for me is like there's a saying, right? Make content what you want to consume. So I'm making this pure content for somebody in this planet who is like nerd like me, who wanted to watch such content, want to listen such content. Maybe I'm making for that audience. I am not looking for any million followers. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just looking for pure joy and just getting good at this is my only motto for now. We'll see later. Maybe I might monetize this. I might start making engineered content, primarily focused only for high views, high clickbait. I mean, a lot of views, a lot of attention. Maybe that's a different channel altogether. So the whole point for me right now is get good at this game, crack this game, try to be good at what I'm making, try different pieces of content. For Twitter also, right? Right now, I want to discuss about Twitter as well. So the platform Twitter, right? It has given me a lot. Now, I don't know how many people will agree to this, but Twitter in general, right, has taught me how to write in a very concise format, maybe using 250 characters limit, how to write the best. Second, it has taught me how to be conscious with the words you use. Now, you can't use anything on Twitter, right? I mean, you can't just use a basic as English term and just go up and write it up. Of course, you can do it, but Twitter for me has personally thought that how to use the best words and sentences and phrases to put it in the most effective way, right? How to convey that message from point A to point B. Third, it has given me the idea to how to write. Now, writing was never my cup of tea. Now, for this era where everyone is busy on Instagram consuming graphical content, gallery, pictorial content, for them coming to Twitter and writing it down is a whole different game. Now, of course, Twitter itself have different types of audience as well. There are different types of content. There are different types of people. So again, that's a different story altogether. But yes, for me personally, when I started my Twitter, I kept following some people or intellect people and all those people who I really admire, and I really want them to be on my feed. Of course, I have some shitty content as well. I have some shit posts as well, and that's a part and parcel of the social media, right? So I have to deal with it. So yeah, so writing good, writing in small characters, conveying a message in the most effective way, and all other stuff. I'll go to Twitter as well. We'll see what things are going on Twitter, and I wanted to discuss few tweets as well of mine. So yeah, for now, for me, the focus is to make content, make various types of content, and that's the whole idea. Right. Okay. So a couple of things about myself. Right now, I'm completing my BTech degree. Right. I'm into AI/ML, and currently actively studying that, and I'm trying to make more sense of this industry because this industry is changing very fast. Right now, when I'm making this live, there'll be some nerd in this planet who will be working so hard to push things forward. And tomorrow morning there'll be a big breaking news, and the entire industry will flip down. Every industry should rewrite the entire laws, the rules, the policies, everything. This is exactly what happened with Open Club. When Open Club came, everything was changed overnight. Everything was flipped, and people were like gone nuts, and everything have to redesign in that way, right? So, trying to study AI, I'm trying to understand it in the most effective way. And one of the reasons why I'm going back to maths is because I know for a reason I know that science will never be obsolete. It is the only way to keep pushing humanity forward. And even today, if AI ends up taking everything in this planet, let's assume it takes up everything in this planet, for sure science will be there and it will be pushing forward. So I have this question always in my mind, thinking that if AI will take everything, every job, every industry it will acquire, what will people do? And how are they spending time? How are they making sense of their life? How are they making sense of the purpose of this planet? Is all I'm worried about. And I don't know. I have no answer to the question. I mean, how can we move forward with this? That's the whole thing. So yeah, maths is one of those things. Maths, physics, chemistry, biology, everything. I want to go back to that places. I want to study them. Of course, there are many other subjects I want to go back to. Maybe history, geography, economics. But for now, let me stick to science. I mean, that's the most fundamental truth I want to stick to. Even Elon says this, right? That stick to first principles. Physics is the only truth I believe in. So maybe yeah, maybe it's my turn to go back to those subjects and stick to them and learn well. So I have been kept saying this in my every video of maths that childhood was all running away from maths, science, and physics, but adulthood is going back to that subject and learning from pure purpose, interest, and not with anybody forcing me to do that. I'm not chasing any grades. I'm not chasing any marks. I'm not chasing any appreciation. I'm just doing it with pure joy and fun. Anybody watches the video, good enough. If anybody is not watching the video, still good enough. I'm not chasing any likes. As I said, I want to stick to just making content for now. And I know I want to compound this content like Richard Feynman, right? You go to Richard Feynman's or maybe any good professor's video, I mean YouTube channel, they have some very golden content present there. They might not have enough likes. Maybe for example, is Three Blue One Brown. That gentleman makes such beautiful videos, but still there are no likes. And I mean, there are not as much as likes and follows or maybe views to the channel because that's a very limited audience content. So I want to go to that kind of category. I want to have such audiences, means such place where I can only talk about my fantasies and my ideas I want to talk about, right? So right now also, whatever video I'm making on this maths video topics, right, I might not be the best at explaining, I might not be the best guru, but I'm trying so hard to understand it and try to explain that so that I question my own understanding. Again, back to Richard Feynman's idea that how well you understand. It's not about mugging it up or maybe learning it, but how well you understand. So I am on that path to from transitioning from learning to all the way to understanding. That's the whole trajectory for now. Okay. That being said, let's move to the next thing. What am I up to right now? So for the next 6 months, right, my primary idea for me is that I want to go. I want to max out all my tokens. Now, what I mean by maxing out all my tokens in all possible domains and in all possible ways. So all my life, I've been playing safe. I've been going below the bush and I'm being a little bit up and down, procrastination to the top. I'm doing something sometimes and I off it and then don't go back to it. That's been constant for me for a while now. But for now, I think it's high time in my career. I need to go token maxing. Need to increase my surface area of luck at the maximum level. I need to go like I'm in all guard mode. Is what my focus is right now. And the reason I'm making this live also is because let me document it publicly, right? Let me associate shame with this. Let's assume if I don't assume, I mean, if I don't achieve it later, this will be like a live document that I can go back to, and people can question me. They can backfire at me, and that will bring guilt to me, and that will bring shame to me, and eventually it will be like a different pill. I mean, I can take it as a motivation pill to myself, right? So yeah, maybe go into the at most token maxing, and what I mean by that is attending all possible events, attending all possible opportunities, trying to build as much as I can. And what I mean by building as much as I can is basically anything that's useful to the humanity, right? So for me right now is that how I'm navigating my building idea. Now, for this, I might sit and brainstorm that what idea I should build on. Should I work on this startup idea? Should I work in that startup idea? Should I convert this into a business or not? A lot of drama is there. For now, let me go in a very different mode. That is to me just solving my own problems. So let me explain. Recently, right, when I was doing sales for my company at Fraction Labs, the whole idea was that we were paying a lot of money to what do you say? These sales tools, for example, Apollo or maybe Instantly AI, all these tools, right? So just to scrape data of clients and get all those details of clients and all the drama. So what I thought, let me just build one myself. Now, of course, I can't build a very replicated copy of Apollo, but I have something smaller version of it, and I have deployed it on Vercel. It's absolutely running live on Vercel, and I can use it. Right. So I built a custom CRM for myself. It can scrape data, it can clean data, it can monitor all the clients. It has all the security sections, basically log in, log out. I mean, more than one salesman can use that thing. And also, I have integrated email sending. I can send a bunch of emails from my tool itself rather than going to email and sending manually. I've just built a in-house tool for myself. Now, that is the first thing I started off with, and then I also built a YouTube, time calculator. Basically, what it means is that uh, wait a minute, yeah. So basically, what it means is that I have this habit of spending a lot of time on YouTube. So I wanted to spend less time on YouTube. Well, that was the primary agenda. So what I did is like let me build a tool for myself that can basically calculate all my timings and all my spendings on YouTube. Basically, how much time I spend, what video I watch, and what is the metrics altogether, right? So it all gets logged up over here, and I can view it every month and see what the metrics are and engage myself. How can I save time? So until unless you fix the hole in the pipe, you can't find out where the water is flowing from. So I found the blocker point. I fix that, and only then I can get my time back. So I have added a very important quote in the tool. It says you have 4,000 weeks spent mindfully, right? So that's one tool I built, and right now I have few more tools to build. I mean, few more ideas, again personal projects. One of them is a tool which I recently saw called Sincerely. Basically, it's a tool that we use it for rewriting emails. So right now emails have been highly polished. You see any email in your inbox, all are very polished and all are written by AI itself. Now the whole idea is I want to reverse that. You know what? Sincerely, or maybe a simple tool. I mean, a different tool of that makes that it will rewrite the email with human typos, emojis, typos, small text, maybe even using commas and maybe using emojis with the keyboard emojis, all those things, right? So I write the text from AI, I reconvert it to human typos and then send. Now that will make it more humanizing, right? I mean, the person who's reading it will feel it more human. That's the whole idea behind this idea of sincerely. Of course, I'm not going to say name it sincerely because it's already a tool existing. I want to name it something else and maybe build a photocopy of it and keep it in my dashboard. That's one tool I want to build. Next, I want to build an AI carbon calculator. Basically, how much of carbon emissions are each person generating? What is the carbon footprint each one of us are bearing right now? So every time you write a ChatGPT prompt, there is some carbon footprint generated or associated with yourself, with your identity in the world. Right. So I want to make people mindful about how well or how effectively can you use AI so that you know that what are the repercussions of every prompt you write. So let's assume you write a prompt and there is tons of water being used, there's tons of oxygen. I mean, there are tons of pollution being done outside. So if you can, if there is a dashboard on your every AI tool that sits and monitors how much you're spending on each prompt and what every word or every prompt means, there might be a chance you might get mindful about how you're using AI, right? So right now, using AI is like left, right, center. Anybody wants to use AI, they'll go and they'll just pull up their thing and they'll directly pump it, right? Nobody cares what's the carbon footprint generation, and I mean, let's be a little bit mindful about how are we using AI rather than just being completely off the mind that okay, let's not focus on Earth. Let's just get my work done, right? That's not the whole idea. I mean, there is a simple analogy I try to understand that if people are being pointed out or made feel guilty, they tend to change psychologically, right? So if there's a carbon footprint, display or dashboard on every AI tool you use, and it is displayed every time to you, it keeps showing. Let's assume you used 70 liters of water that can be used for, 10 days of grains for people in Africa. I'm just giving a weird example. Maybe if that number keeps increasing from 70 liters to 100 liters to 1000 liters of water, you will try to understand, okay, I'm doing some harm. Every prompt I'm writing on this keyboard is doing some harm to somebody, and that might be food or maybe that might be a resource for somebody else, is what I'm trying to build. But I'm yet to build this tool. I'm still on the ideation phase of this thing. It might be live someday soon. Maybe I'll make a video on this and maybe push it on YouTube as well. Yeah, this is all about it. Maybe some ideas of myself. So yeah, token maxing is one idea I want to focus on. Want to build tools, want to attend events. Lately I've been stopped attending events. I should go back to events, go talk to people randomly. Get opportunities, crack myself some things up and give them as well something in return. So opportunity networking works two ways, right? You also give them something and also get back something. That's the whole idea. Maybe do that and fix myself actually in general, right? I want to fix myself. But what I mean by fix myself is like there are certain areas of my life I want to work more. Maybe my sleep cycle, my health. Need to work on my health. Need to go back to running regularly. I used to run a lot in the past. I mean, every day I used to run about at least a kilometer, maybe max to 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers marathons, participating half marathons. I've stopped doing that. I really regret. I need to go back there as well. Maybe what else? Maybe I mean, yeah, I should have gone to content long back, but nevertheless, I am here now making content. Okay, let's try to try to go on Twitter and see what's going on Twitter and maybe discuss a few of my personal tweets as well. Let me do some talking about tweets as well. Let me just quickly share what's happening. Yeah, let's go. So, okay, so what is the first tweet we have? Let me refresh this page. Um, it's loading up. Okay, we have few tweets on this channel. Don't focus on getting rich, focus on getting better. Okay, this like seems like Alex Hermosi tweet. Good one. If a creator you wanted to see. Okay, okay. Let me go to my personal profile and let me try to you know discuss few tweets I wanted to discuss for a while. Well, that's my profile basically. Time to rework on this as well. Today, when I was making this video, I discovered this unique formula. That's a very famous formula and a very beautiful formula used in modern day engineering. That's E is equals to e to the power of I pi plus 1 equals 0. It's still on my whiteboard over here. and that's a very beautiful formula. It's called Euler's identity. I'll be putting that as my background for this Twitter. Uh, okay, yeah, I just told you, right? I just made it live, so let me go like this tweet. Uh, this is my kind of tweet. So maybe those of you who don't know, I am actively learning Japanese. I am learning Duolingo, so maybe I'm just maintaining the streak. Again, this is just a shit posting thing for Twitter because that's how Twitter works. Okay, this is interesting, right? So this thing, yeah, it is easier to find a man who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. Okay, this image has been with me in my gallery for a very long time. I mean, it's been year and above. It's been with me, and I found this exact photo on Kunal Shah's Instagram story. He had put this up very long back, again, I think years back, and I was having this on my profile. So it was there, and it was like a really interesting thing. And I still then I have in my phone, and I really keep going back to this because it's a very important quote. I think it sticks to me. I mean, and your patience and pain is like something that is comes together, and it is like, okay, you have to think to it and you have to stick to it, right? So let's see. Let's keep going back to it again and again. A reminder for all of you who are watching this. Uh, what else we have? Okay, yeah, this is interesting thing, right? If you're building inside four walls without any visibility, I'm sorry to say you have zero skin in the game. So I found this quote on Naval's podcast when recently he came on, and he was with Gary Tan and two others people and Nivi as well. They're making this a quick video on the AI, AGI, and all those politics of China and how China is growing, all those things. They discuss this point, right? If you have zero visibility and if people don't know what you're building, there is a very low chance that people will at least know you. So one of the reasons I have come back to content, or maybe not, let me not say come back to content. I've come to content is because I need to have some skin in the game. Whatever I'm doing, I need to put it out into the world. Until and unless I show the world what I'm building, they will never know what I'm building. Even if somebody in this world is building in 4 into 4 rooms, something very kick-ass, and if he doesn't have any visibility, there is very low skin. I mean, there's no game at all for him actually. How will he tell the world that he has built something important? How will he tell the world that he has something beautiful to show? Right. So yeah, that's basically one of the tweets I recently published. Uh, yeah. Next up, okay, time to like this as well. How many of you know this guy, the maths sorcerer? I don't know if I pronounced it right or not, but this guy looks exactly photocopy of Jeff Bezos. Not to, of course, good to have fun, but this guy has a very good content on his channel. I really like his content, and this guy just speaks up direct on the face. No edit, no planning, no scripting, nothing, just straight up content. I like such kind of content as well, right? It is like zero filter. It just directly come and answer that question, right? So it's like something that I really like this thing. This dude is great. If you don't know his channel, just go visit on YouTube and you'll find some cool content on his channel. He's also a maths guy. He recently made a video on a derivation. I think on a derivation of trigonometry. I guess I'm not really sure. He made that video. So yeah, you can just go up and watch it up. Yeah, tomorrow is a lie. Okay, this is a very good thing. I found this again on Naval's podcast as well. He was saying that tomorrow is a lie. Don't push anything for tomorrow. Whatever you want to do it today. So maybe if I've been postponing this live stream for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like, when tomorrow is like I might not know that tomorrow I might be alive or not, or maybe I might be dead. Who knows? I'm just telling you. This is the fact, right? So maybe tomorrow might be the busiest day of my life. Who knows? So tomorrow is the light. Whatever you want to do it, just do it today. Just don't give a damn about what's going to happen tomorrow. Again, this is a shitpost content. Don't focus on this. Again, shitpost content, shitty post. Yeah, Nivi made this comment on Naval's podcast only. He's told that the most. I mean, yes, I don't know how much of this is true. If you can become a billionaire in Y Combinator, but you can definitely get the ethics, the morals, the values, the systems, the etiquettes, the ethics, the style of working, the network. I mean, that is equivalent to being a millionaire, right? I don't know in monetary terms how much of money will you be able to make in Y Combinator, but you'll definitely be able to get other forms of wealth, and that wealth will directly or indirectly lead to something more better in life. So yeah, that is Nivi's tweet. We like that guy. Nivi is like I discovered Nivi also on Naval's book itself. When Eric Joggerson wrote the book of Naval's almanac, in the last or maybe in somewhere Naval mentioned about Nivi. So yeah, he's also a very good friend of Naval. So yeah, he also has good pieces of content on his Twitter. So maybe give a watch to him as well. Okay, this tweet is something that I wrote a while back on July 1st. It says learn maths, physics, write, read, shoot videos, run, travel, eat healthy, meditate, build cool stuff, break things, fail, laugh, fall, sweat, learn, talk, deploy, drink coffee, publish books, do insane stuff. It should make sense to only me. Fuck around, Max. Uh, I don't know. This kind of tweet I usually write when I'm just when I have a bunch of thoughts in my head, running constantly left, right, center, and I feel I need to vomit it down on my Twitter profile. I just open Twitter, push it there, vomit here, and leave. Yeah, so that's when I wrote it. I don't know, it doesn't make sense for you or not, but it's just a bunch of things I wanted to push it, so I just made it up. So yeah, this is one of those tweets. I really like such kind of tweets when I write. I myself get shocked how well I write. I mean, I don't know if this is a very good level of writing or not, but I feel I have significantly improved on the way I write it and way I push it up. Let's see, there's more way to go. Let me see if anybody's watching live. Okay, it's just me. Yeah, yeah. The next tweet is like write whatever comes to your mind. There's no age, there's no limit, there's no time. Pick paper, pick a pen, and just write. Sitting with a pen and paper is a different kind of meditative process. See what comes natural. It's the cheapest and the most easiest form of therapy. Okay, this is a little on the harder side. I don't know how many of you can do it. Take a piece of paper, sit and write. See how well you can write it up. See how well you can let things come natural. It might be like a almost like a suicide for you at the first time, because when you have to sit with the paper and write, it will be legit a pain for you. But eventually, on day 100th, you will be able to write very good things, and maybe you might be a good writer. Who knows? I mean, writing is the easiest form of therapy for you. Whatever comes to your head, if you just push it down on paper, that's a different level thing. I mean, altogether. Yeah. Okay. Next up is a startup idea. Okay. Now, a few days back, I went to my EV. I went to pick my EV from a service center, and that time this gentleman showed up this battery life to me. So I was a little on the fishiest side. I wanted to do this for a very long time, and again, this is something that I wanted to make for a very long time. And I watched this, and I got this idea, gist of this idea, half cooked idea in Nikhil Kamat's podcast when all the EV owners came, Ather and all those people in the EV space came to talk about. Right, and that's when Tarun Mehta, founder of Ather, told that there should be somebody, right, to recycle batteries. So that time for me, the idea was let's make a recycling plant for EVs. And again, that's again a very viable product we can make. I mean, we can make a whole factory for, I mean, whole chain for recycling batteries. Of course, the batteries what you see or the EVs what you see running on the roads will eventually land up in factories to recycle the batteries, right? And they will be in need of it. Right now, all the EVs are new, all the EVs are fresh, so it is running. But I mean, 8 years or 5 years from now, they'll be requiring specific plants which can recycle such huge amounts of batteries coming in, right? And in a more safer and environment friendly way. So that is one part of the idea. Second part of the idea for me was how can I make this into an EV platform? I mean, today, if I have to tell you to go buy a second-hand EV, the idea is how are you buying it? What is the process like buying for a second-hand EV? Is the question. Can you buy it? Is it reliable? Is it safe? Is it secure? Can I trust this? Is all the question. And for an EV vehicle, the only thing that matters is the battery. And if the battery is terrible, if the battery is dead, how will you trust that the second-hand vehicle is good, right? So I wanted to make this that let's make a centralized platform as or a standard. We said let's set a standard in the entire country that we are the best in EV. Let's deal only in EV. So anybody who's trying to wants to build this maybe can go build up. If you want to partner with me to build it, I would really love to work on this project and maybe make from just idea to MVP. So let me explain this idea in one short sentence. Having a centralized platform or a standard where we only deal with EV vehicles, right from the insurance to disposal to their second-hand market of EVs to understanding battery health to recycling batteries to helping them with the battery issues or all the electronics. Basically, a complete ecosystem of EVs only in India, right? So for now, the best way to understand that is that if I have to go buy a luxury car in India today, the only place I will go is BBT, Big Buy Toys, flat. There's no other standard at all. Of course, you can go to personal brand. I mean, brands like Audi approved, Mercedes second hand, or maybe Toyota reliable, something like that. All of these brands have their separate second hand market. But if I want to mix of brands, I guess I should go to Big Boy Toys, and they maintain their vehicles very well, right? So maybe something like that. Maybe let's make a centralized platform, a centralized standard across India that everyone should trust us and we should be the standard makers. We should be the only one in the entire country. Right from testing your EV vehicles to giving you second-hand EVs to explaining you how to manage them, till giving you transparency of the data. Right. So one of the problems even today in India is that when you go to an EV vehicle service center, you should deliberately ask them, "Ki, boss, give me the battery health." Why shouldn't that be a default state for every EV vehicle, right? So the moment the vehicle goes in, every time you collect the EV vehicle from the service center, the service guy, you ask or not, he should give you a print of your battery health, right? By default it should be like a default thing for them. And you understand, you don't understand, again, that's a different story. But his job is to do that and give the transparency, right? So even today I have to go, this entire screenshot what you see on my Twitter, I have to go and ask the guy, please boss, please give me please show me the dashboard of my battery. So I had to screenshot that and put it over here. So yeah, that's a couple of things I wanted to build. If anybody's interested, please hit me up. I would love to talk about it and maybe share my ideas more. That was the tweet. Uh, yeah, let's stop this over here itself for today. I wouldn't you know talk more about tweets again. I will take up this some other day on my Twitter profile. But yeah, for now this is good to go. I hope this tweet was, I mean, this whole stream was good for me. I really got little confidence in how to talk. I mean, as of now, I have zero people on live and or zero people watching me, so it is easy for me to tell. But I think if I get more people on my live, maybe I might get better at it as well. Maybe that's it for now. Anything else I want to discuss is yeah, maybe just get good at things what I'm doing. Do what I say, uh, live up to my words, and token max, increase surface area of luck. That's the only motto for now. And in midst of all doing this, I should focus on only one thing that make the world a better place, right? Okay, guys. With that being said, I will wrap up this live for today. It is 33 minutes live. That's enough for today. Let me not overload myself with a lot of things. Um, Thank you so much for anybody who is watching this after the live as well. Thank you for giving your time. And this is to the future, Aditya, man. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing. There's a lot of things in this world and to do. Science is beautiful. The world is beautiful. And yeah, just stick to the mission. Stick to the goddamn mission that is to make the world a better place. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.